So I guess I was one or two when they got divorced, and there was a lot of drugs and alcohol involved in that early scene. My father eventually died of alcoholism in my arms years later. At that time, it was just too much for my mother to be around. So that was sort of my very first, at a very young age, I sort of got a taste of that type of environment. My name's Holt Haynesworth. I'm a new father. I have a brand new daughter who's 2 months old now, Chloe, and with my wife, Megan Haynesworth. Learning to make good decisions about things and intelligent decisions, whether or not you're on the spectrum of smart or not so smart, you have to practice making decisions, and you have to be encouraged to make the right, when you do something right, you have to be encouraged to say, hey, that was great, you made that choice. My stepfather was very controlling, and he was, and usually the way that it was that, versus John, my father, John would allow me to figure this stuff out on my own. And where my stepfather, even when he was helping, would want to think for me and then force the answer on me for me to accept it. And even if he was very smart, and it was very much the right answer. But the difference was that I was not challenged to think and make these decisions and practice, making decisions in that kind of environment. You don't want your kids, I don't think anybody would want their kids to be hurt, and it's hard to sit back on the sideline and actually watch someone make the wrong decision. I don't think that by any means just stand on the sideline and let your kids, mess up, constantly, but to actually, allow them to make a decision, allow them to make a mistake, and then come in and talk to them about it. And, hey, well, what do you think happened? Why do you think it didn't work out the way you wanted it to? What would you do better next time, to make that, challenge them to think, about these things, and not be afraid of making mistakes, because usually you get afraid because someone's criticizing you. So, make them so that they're fearless about, attacking life and are okay with making mistakes, and welcome them, actually, and then try to learn from those things so that the mistakes become less and less and less and less.